thinking about starting to wear a belt. What are they cheering for? Not us. Is that a different theater? Hello, guys. Thank you.
We good?
When I talk to creators and I ask them if they're basing their careers and their creative businesses after some example,
A huge inspiration of why I think we became YouTubers to begin with was watching your guys' stuff.
almost everyone says Rhett and Link.
Let's talk about that. Boom, boom, boom.
Rhett and Link are hands down two of the most successful YouTubers on the planet.
Rhett and Link, come on out, fellas.
Rhett and Link, welcome to the show.
Rhett and Link.
Brett McLaughlin and Link Neal.
Good mythical morning.
We also got mugs.
Check this out.
I emailed them and asked them if I could come visit their studio and follow them around for a bit. And they said yes. And I got a crazy behind the scenes view of their operation. Where are we going?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Los Angeles.
We are on our way to a special place. I'm so excited. Ladies and gentlemen, Rhett and Link.
Hey, I was born with hair on my chest, a gleam in my eye to latch onto a breast. I cut my own umbilical cord with my razor sharp teeth, then I drove home.
It takes a team of over 100 people to make all the stuff they publish. Operations staff, production, post-production, social media, chefs, graphics, VFX. It's a freaking media company. It looks like a real movie studio.
This is to make us feel, every morning when we come into this door, this is supposed to make us feel like what we're doing can at least result in posters.
What is going on here? Look at all of this stuff. Look at all these
Just a bunch of
costumes, shoes. Look at all this makeup. Brushes.
A whole drawer of fake blood.
These are the brushes I use. Rhett has more clothes than Link.
Main set over here.
Desk. But it looks like under our desk. People usually don't get a shot of that. I don't know why.
Microphone does work and is the primary source of audio on the show.
Got the teleprompters. Got that big light there. Ceiling grid. Look at all these lights. You're controlling this light. Wow.
That's my job.
Rhett and Link's operation blew my mind. It felt so complicated and huge with so many moving parts and people.
Yeah, this is something that's worthy of the camera.
Oh, the podcasting studio.
Ear Biscuits studio.
And these are all signatures of people who have been on Ear Biscuits.
Yeah.
Is this from Epic Mealtime? Harley from Epic Mealtime?
Harley, here's Philip DeFranco.
Oh, that's Philly D. Oh, look, Smosh.
Yeah.
Smosh.
All
So
right.
you got a big spot that you can sign, Jack.
Here we go.
Oh.
Oh, look at that. Honestly, I think it...
It looks like it happened 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
that's right,
It just-
yeah.
It blends right in.
It's been there since the beginning. Yeah. There are a lot of videos about the algorithm and how it helped catapult Rhett and Link to success. I get that. Everybody wants to crack the algorithm, including me. But the more I spent time with them, the more I realized that the algorithm has nothing to do with their success. What made them huge wasn't some external thing. It was something else. It was something inside them, and it makes them different. This video is my attempt to define it. They started like many YouTubers in their bedroom with a camera, doing everything themselves.
All by themselves.
And now there's this team. So many YouTubers just idolize Rhett and Link and look at them and think, how the frick did they make this happen? How did they make this happen?
Why? That's a good question.
Rhett and Link? Or, I mean,
It's a really hard question to answer, I think.
Early on, it was their show. They had to do everything.
We both edit, we both shoot, we both pretty much do everything. It was literally just the two of us and an editor.
We set up our camera with a screen behind us and a guy, Mike, who was helping us.
They wrote it in their heads, and they came in, they shot it, they cut it, they put it out.
They've got that ability to do all of it.
they took so many swings. They made so many videos. The sheer volume of their work is incredible. I went back and I tallied up all of their uploads across all of their channels for their first 10 years as creators. They started in 2006 with their Rhett and Link channel, their main channel, and that year they uploaded 14 videos. Not bad for their first year, but nothing crazy. But the next year they upload 57 videos. That's over a new video every week. And the year after that, they started their second channel, which became Good Mythical Morning, and they uploaded 79 videos. They took a dip in 2009, but they're up to 102 videos by 2010, and by 2012, they've passed 250 videos per year. And it's not like all their work was amazing. A lot of the stuff they uploaded just didn't really take off. It kind of went out and fizzled.
Watch us eat these Funyuns like we don't care!
Want a Funyun? I don't really care. We've done a lot of stuff that hasn't worked. It always works to teach you a lesson. You learn something from it.
Every video taught them something. Here's what I mean. If you go to the Good Mythical Morning channel and you click videos, click sort by, and then go to oldest, you can see how their work developed and changed over time. You can see them learning and kind of wandering their way to finding something that resonates with their audience. Like, check out this video here. Rhett's most embarrassing moment, uploaded February 15th.
Open the door!
All the videos before that didn't really have a lot of views. 23,000 views, 19,000 views, 16,000 views. And then Rhett's most embarrassing moment, boom, 1.7 million views. Yeah! But then look at the next video that gets uploaded. Link's most embarrassing moment.
I had planted my butt cheeks into this dude's mushy back.
Rhett's most embarrassing moment is February 15th. Link's most embarrassing moment is February 16th. So literally, the next thing that they upload takes advantage of something they learned from the performance of yesterday's video.
We've always been very reactionary.
That kind of feedback cycle, just trying something and seeing how it performs and then learning and adjusting, they're really fast at that.
What is the best?
The best facial hair.
A Connecticut woman robs a tax service.
A man in Pennsylvania attempted a robbery.
In suburban Chicago,
if
a
you've ever
chihuahua
heard
survives
recording
an
of your own voice,
You probably thought this deer was alive, and this coyote was alive, and this pheasant was alive. Nope, they're not. They're dead.
At some point you start doing local commercials.
Local commercials are an art form. You might say we've been studying them, learning what makes a commercial truly local.
And now we're traveling across America making them.
Making what?
Local commercials.
Then Rhett and Link made a local commercial that went viral, and they decided to double down.
Out of sight.
Your bucks are safe with us.
I recommend butt drugs for everybody.
A bunch of production companies started calling after we had all these commercials that were doing really well.
So we made the Commercial Kings pilot.
This is Rhett, this is Link, and together they're the Commercial Kings.
And then we were waiting to see if they were going to order it to series on IFC. And while they were waiting, we were just sitting in our studio in Fuquay, and we had time. Bada bing, it's Monday. Here we are, doing something new.
So while they're waiting to see if Commercial Kings gets picked up, they're doing what they do best.
As long as the Chia Lincoln is alive, we continue the show. So we knew it had an end date so people wouldn't be disappointed, but it would be this good experiment to know, do people care about this kind of content?
They're experimenting, they're trying new things, they're taking a ton of swings.
Good morning, 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 good morning.
Today we say goodbye to Chia Lincoln.
Okay, we're gonna come back to the Chia Lincoln idea a little bit later because even though it didn't explode at the time, it was really popular and it ended up becoming the foundation of the thing that launched Rhett and Link into the stratosphere. And then IFC gave them the green light on Commercial Kings. You get a call and they say, all right guys, pack up your families, move across the country.
When we found out that we were going to California to work on the television show, I was like, this is it. We're not coming back.
And so it begins.
The mythical road trip with Rhett and Link.
2 years, 3 years before that, you'd done this thing with CW, you'd become hosts, the show got canceled.
What do you think's gonna happen?
What do you mean, like out there?
I mean, we're gonna make this show. We hosted a show a couple of years ago, got canned. We'll put some of your stuff, some of my stuff in a U-Haul. Then we'll hitch up my minivan. When Rhett said that, this is it.
We're doing it. We're going for it.
That sounds like a good idea. We probably needed to ease into it. It was a scary endeavor, you know, when you think about it practically, which somebody needed to be doing. We made it to the Virginia state line,
Which we danced across.
This is the second thing that Rhett and Link are so good at, taking risks. They found this idea, local commercials, that worked for them, and they ran with it.
Los Angeles, California. We've hit the big time, Rhett.
It doesn't look like it.
Well, it's just the part of town that we happen to be in.
How long did Commercial Kings go before it got shut down?
Just a season.
This is dire. I know how much money we got paid for Commercial Kings, and I know when it's gonna run out. So I felt like we had 3 to 6 months where I felt like we had to go for it before the money ran out. We found ourselves living in Los Angeles, feeling like we were back at square one again.
Did it feel like a step back though? Did it feel like a brick wall, or was it just like next thing?
I don't think we've ever let ourselves think of failure like that. We just are like, okay, that didn't work, but it's not our fault that didn't work. It's somebody else's fault.
Yeah.
We always find a way to reframe it to be like, well, this was a good show. They just didn't know what they had. Let's continue making stuff. We're not the problem. They're the problem.
So it was at that point that we were like, all right, let's go back to what we were doing before.
You know, this is it, Link. It's beginning.
Usually you say this is it when something is ending.
So just to recap, they moved their entire lives across the country for a TV show that got canceled after 1 season. And they decided to pick themselves up and say, hey, remember that Chia Lincoln thing we did a couple months ago? Yeah, let's do that again. They're so fast at just moving on to the next thing and not looking in the rearview mirror.
After doing a couple of seasons of GMM, YouTube came to us.
YouTube approached us with like $100,000 budget to do something longer form. We are poised to launch our very own internet-based show. I just kind of make an announcement, and it sounded like what we're already doing.
It's going to be called The Mythical Show.
The Mythical Show with Rhett and Link.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a weekly half-hour variety show. We knew we needed to hire somebody with production experience to make it happen.
Remember that chart I showed you earlier, tallying their videos over time? Look at that explosion of uploads starting in 2012. What happened was a critical moment in Rhett and Link's development.
We found somebody in Stevie.
Stevie.
We hired Stevie.
What does Stevie do? Good question.
My name is Stevie Wynn Levine.
Stevie, what do you do?
And I am the Chief Creative Officer.
Our Chief Creative Officer.
We interviewed a few people in addition to Stevie. She was the smartest person that we interviewed. She was able to embody our creative instincts in a way that we felt okay with letting something go.
So I'm like them, but in Stevie form.
And we immediately connected with her. She seemed to understand what we were trying to do.
Do you guys feel like you were lucky to find someone that great?
Extremely.
I've been working with the guys for like 7 years. We kind of just have a shorthand with each other.
When we hired Stevie, we thought we just needed to hire someone who could produce a show.
They need to have somebody that they trust who knows, like, Link doesn't like the use of the exclamation point question mark. Can we take it off of this one particular thing?
When we saw that she was able to make virtually the same decisions about things that we would have made, it was like, oh, this final product that she just oversaw is almost exactly what we would have.
That's great.
It may be a little different, but it was just as good.
Like, we're creatively vibing.
It started to become a little bit crazy.
She just very quickly demonstrated that she was more than just a producer. She was a creative partner. Almost everybody who comes up as a YouTuber, you know, you're doing everything. And so that's the thing. It's like, how do I let go of this? Because you can't do this as well as I can.
They are able to kind of like pass the torch on a lot of things that I have not seen a lot of YouTubers be able to do.
Because if that wasn't the case, then we would have never let go. And I feel there's a lot of YouTubers that never let go. Every year we look at what we're doing and we ask the question, like, what are we doing that isn't necessary for us to do?
Rhett and I have conversations still like every month where it's like, I'm frustrated that we're not getting to this idea yet. We want to write a novel. We want to write another scripted buddy comedy. And we want to get those things off the ground. And we get frustrated, like we get mad. And Rhett says, I know you have a problem with wanting to give a lot of notes. How many opinions are you giving on what the next t-shirt we're selling looks like? Put this on a t-shirt. This is my idea. I spent 3 hours thinking about it.
And the thing is that we're not even good at that.
What happened to the idea? We haven't done anything with it. Because I'm sketching t-shirts. I said it out loud. I said, I'm not gonna give notes on our merch until it's being sold. And then I'll say, you know what? Next time, let's do this differently. Because I trust the team well enough that like they're not gonna sell something that's embarrassing or dumb. But some things may fail and they need to learn from that. And I probably didn't know better anyway.
That humility and ability to let go is one of the core things that sets them apart. And they learned so much about it scaling the team for the Mythical show. But then the show got shut down.
Thank you for joining us in the season finale for season 12.
And you shut it down.
What do you mean by we shut it down?
Well, the Mythical show is not a thing anymore.
Oh yeah, we shut it down, yes. Or it didn't get picked up for another season, but yes.
So they got back to what they do best.
Good Mythical Morning's coming back, people. Good Mythical Morning!
Welcome back.
The seasons of GMM after the Mythical show, all of a sudden it's like, oh, there's this set. And it wasn't until we kind of developed a production machine with the help of Stevie in making the Mythical show that we then applied that back to Good Mythical Morning, and that kind of transformed the way that the show works.
They took the machine and the process of the Mythical show, and they applied that to their original morning show, Good Mythical Morning. So this is where they really start to hit a groove. It made them more efficient, it made the content better, it made them grow faster, and it was the first time that they started thinking about their operation as a machine.
Control center.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Oh. There's a lot of people in here.
So basically everything that's happening in here is everything, well actually there is some stuff that's YouTube based too, isn't it? But it's everything that's not GMM. But then there, what else? Okay, tell me, just say what you think.
I mean, we never thought we want to run a company with employees. It's just, oh, we need a person. And they're telling us that we need other people. It's all just simple decisions to get the right people to help you. Yeah. That then builds. And then you realize your parking lot's full, and then somebody's got to worry about that, because I can't worry about the parking lot.
And they know that the machine's not going to stop.
The machine.
Even the word that you just used, the machine.
Yeah.
Is it a machine at this point?
Certain aspects of it for sure.
Not that people are machines.
But I think the part that is a machine is the workflow part.
The whole, every process that we've got going. It isn't just this two artists on their own creating this thing in this perfect place. It's very much like two guys who are almost engineering a creative product.
I'm a big fan of structure. You know, I've got an engineering degree. I thrived in an environment where I could just, you know, there would be order to my life.
You've got somebody who's more talented and more equipped.
Camera operators, art department, producers, writers.
You've given all the input you need. You know what kind of level of input you need moving forward, and then you move on to the next thing.
Really kind of being able to pull back and pull back and pull back and find the right people is where I think we've really taken off.
We're doing the thing that we do best, and we've kind of shed the responsibilities and given them to people who can do them better.
This machine that Rhett and Link have created has allowed them to let go of a ton of things that used to take up a ton of their time. And that freed them up to do what they do best.
Good Mythical Morning.
Good Mythical Morning.
Monday through Friday.
We're approaching 1,600 episodes. Good Mythical Morning.
Ear Biscuits.
Ear Biscuits. And then now we have a Saturday show.
We have a Sunday show, The Book.
It's a novel.
And there's another book.
Book of Mythicality.
Buddy System.
Rhett and Link Live. Quite a few different tour legs.
Buddy System Season 2.
And they're constantly still writing music.
We have Mythical Society.
We basically have content that comes out every single day.
I think that's everything.
It's hard to keep track sometimes.
And it's just like this endless outpouring of creativity. It feels like from the outside, there's just this barrage. It feels like so much.
Oh, the inside too.
Each Good Mythical Morning episode is going to consist of 4 videos.
Here's the math, pay attention. 4 separate videos add up to 1 show every single day.
We wanted to turn Good Mythical Morning into like more of a half-hour traditional show, mainly because we like to switch things up, and when you have 1,600 episodes of the same show, you just want something to creatively challenge you.
We went from about 30 people to over 100.
Individual segment producers for the individual segments.
The team was huge.
We got that second building, and that building was full.
We were really concerned about it before agreeing to do the expanded version of the show. We have such a tight nip.
What happened? I guess, why did that stop?
Here's what happened. We were packing every single hour of every single day.
We were producing a lot of content. It was taking up a lot of our time.
And it took an incredible amount of time.
Rhett and Link didn't have time to do touring or anything else.
It wasn't received well.
Fans didn't necessarily love it any more than the regular version of the show.
We're not just these dudes that come in and just say on a whim, this is what we want to do today, guys. No, every decision we make weighs how our company and the people who work here are going to be affected.
There's a phrase people use to describe successful people. They'll say something like, oh, Rhett and Link have made it. And I get that, but what I think that phrase misses is it ignores the fact that it's still a struggle. Rhett and Link are still climbing mountains. They're still dealing with the emotional difficulty of making something from nothing and having it not be received by the fans the way you hoped and intended it to be received. The struggle doesn't go away. And that's why grit, or that ability to pick up and move on past failure, is such an important quality for Rhett and Link, because in their eyes and in their experience, they're still dealing with it, and every step is just as hard.
Are you Pamplemousse?
Yeah.
How are you? You were the first, I was just telling the missus, you guys were the only album I ever bought online.
No freaking way.
Freaking way.
The line was, I think it was 3.5 blocks, but I got to it about 10 minutes after it had already started moving forward and people started going in.
There he is.
I saw that a fan posted a photo of themselves at the show, and they were like, we couldn't afford VIP, but we got good seats anyway. And I saw it before the show, and I was like, oh, I know what they look like. Let me see if we have any extra VIP ticket that I can give them. And we did. So then I ran out and gave them 2 VIPs, and they like freaked out.
One of our biggest fans, who is an incredible cookie maker, makes these cookies that are handmade. This is the book cover.
What do you guys do with all the stuff you get?
We burn it and then we eat the ash.
I know the guys appreciate when we take the time for the fans because they take the time for the fans.
We like to talk to people who've joined because everybody's got their own reasons.
I watch a lot of the videos.
Exclusive content. I loved and watched them when I was younger, when I was a kid.
I love the Society originals.
I love and watch them now.
These are for VIP folks?
Yeah, when they do the meet and greet.
How many posters have you guys signed?
We do 150 every night.
I think at one of the meet and greets, someone like wrote a rap for the guys.
So at 10:30, you do an hour meet and greet.
Yeah.
It's a long thing.
Yes.
Did I hear you say that you drove 6 hours to come here?
6 hour drive.
Yeah, 6 hours.
It's now past 11 o'clock, and there's still a line all the way down to the front of the theater. There's like 150 people in line.
I just want to say thank you so much for like doing what you do, and like you really inspired me so much. And like
Thank
also
you.
my friend Jeremy says hi.
It's now 11:38, and they're still going. And they have like just as much energy now as they did when they started the line.
Guys, you guys waited a long time.
Yeah.
Just to watch us leave?
It's 12:30 right now.
A little bit too long for it. But I don't sleep like this. I sleep like this.
And this is how they're getting around this awesome tour bus here.
We make videos for the internet.
That's pretty much it.
At the Discount Seafood Warehouse.
The local commercial.
Let's talk about that. Here we are, we've done it, and we have moved into a new facility.
Welcome to the Mythical Show.
How do we expand? How do we diversify what we're creating beyond what we can be in?
Well, I've watched you gag and spit up on so many foods over the years.
If you look at Mythical Chef Josh,
We're eating penis.
that's a wiener. We're thinking about a lot of other ways we can do that type of thing as well.
Smosh is homeless.
Super homeless.
Yeah.
How did acquiring Smosh come to be? Where did that idea come from?
Yeah, so our parent company went out of business.
I mean, nobody knew, not even us, knew that we were in a position to acquire them. You know what I'm saying? When the conversation started. It wasn't until we started getting into the details that we were like, you know what, maybe this is how we have something under our roof that isn't so dependent on us.
And now we can announce that Rhett and Link have bought Smosh and made us a part of Mythical Entertainment.
Rhett and Link are the ones that save Smosh.
We're able to get something under our roof that is viable and reliable and works and kind of diversifies us from a long-term career standpoint. It's not so dependent on, hey, we eat testicles. You know, if the day we stop eating testicles, everything's over.
Stop talking about it, you're making me hungry.
Rhett and Link are thinking about Mythical as a media company. Personally, I think Mythical is at the beginning of its journey. I think this is the first decade of something magical and incredible. Clearly, I'm a bit biased. I'm a total Mythical fanboy, but I think they're setting out to build the next Disney. I'm not sure most people realize that about Rhett and Link and what they're building. And I think that's what it is for me. I think that's the point of this whole thing is I don't think people know how big this is gonna be.
The Smosh experience has been very good, I think, for everyone involved. It's exciting to have a creator-first mentality to continue to build our company and build other brands as well. And you know what? We're looking to do it again.